Green Hell by Forever Entertainment is an action-adventure Far Cry meets Ark without the ridiculous price mark. It's only £22.49p or your equivalent, and it's on the eShop right now. My name's Kanan and welcome back to the home of cheap gaming. And so, getting into the game, we're presented with a lovely title screen, and from there we have a hell of a lot of different options. We have story mode, survival, challenge, load game, options and credits. And within options we have game, controller, controls and audio, all doing what you expect it to do. So getting into the actual story mode, and yes, I did say there was a survival mode. I haven't played it yet, but I hear it's really good. And multiplayer on the PC, which I can only hope that they're going to bring to the Nintendo Switch, but I can understand why they didn't get the main game out. Let's not spoil it or break it in any other way. And so we enter the actual game, and in the first few days you'll spend getting to know how to craft and getting to know the start of the story, which boils down to you have come to the forest so your girlfriend can study a tribe, and before long you discover that she and the village have been attacked, and in an attempt to rescue her you're attacked yourself. And as you attempt to run away you fall, pass out and awake in, well, who knows where. Hand holding over, you are then thrust into the wilderness with only your wits to survive. And when I say there's a huge learning curve here, I'm not joking. And you start with nothing, and I mean nothing. Let me say that again, nothing. Your first playthrough will no doubtly have you dying several times, and will not end very well, with leeches, thirst, hunger, creatures, and your shelter all to be considered, not to mention crafting weapons or tools like sharpening stone as just a basic to building an actual shelter. This will actually all come in time. Well, a little fiddly at the start, but after a while I soon got the grips with it and found it a very competent system. Now, I'm not going to go into all the details about everything because this game, or rather part of this game, is finding all this out yourself. I'm going to give you basics and whether the game is worth buying. And so graphically this is so impressive. In fact, one of the best looking games on the Nintendo Switch. It's a pure joy to watch and play. Everything as a whole for me ran pretty smoothly, and it oozes atmosphere. The lighting and the sounds around you. Green Hell is absolutely a labour of love, and I'm really thankful for this game coming to the Switch. And I'll be using it from now on as my benchmark for all other games like this game and in the same genre. Creekjar, I thank you for this game. It is that good. The detail here is amazing, from having to check individual limbs and having to patch them up, to little critters scuttling around, to making me slow down and not run around like a madman, but watching for creatures that can sting you and the like. And never did I feel that the game has been unfair to me. If I die, I was down to my own stupidity. There are so many mechanics here you just couldn't believe. As I said before, you have to watch your hunger, your thirst, and also there's this part where your sanity comes into play, and if you go too crazy you can actually die from it, from what happens within that. And then there's the crafting. For instance, at the beginning you're asked to craft a fire, but not just a fire, you then have to light it, so you have to craft the object to light the fire. It's simply incredible. And I've seen AAA games like this sort of genre that charge twice as much money as these have, and given less back. And for value you get so much here, including a survival mode. And I read that the development team is staying behind this game, that they're going to be patching it with and updating it. So maybe we will get that multiplayer aspect to the game. All of this combined is why I'm going to give Green Hell the first 5 out of 5 I have given any game so far. This game is incredible, and for people that are into this genre and have a Nintendo Switch or any other console, you should be buying this. And even people that aren't quite into this genre, I think this may actually change your mind. This is definitely going to be my benchmark from now on, and it definitely shows that the Nintendo Switch can do far more than a lot of people think it can. And I certainly will be playing it for a hell of a lot longer than most other games I've bought on the Nintendo Switch. So, are you getting the game, or are you thinking about it? Let me know down below if you do, and let me know what you think about it. Oh, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. You'd be doing me a huge favour. And remember, keep it cheap, keep it Switch heads.